Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to do another Duo Dragon Ball Heroes Showcase. And today we're going to look at Great Saiyaman 3 and Great Saiyaman 4. So they are very good linking partners together. So we might as well show them both off together, right? And there's Great Saiyaman 3, I'll say right now, he's crazy. Very, very good unit. Mine is 90%, so not quite rainbow, but they are max link. So this is pretty much what a maxed out Great Saiyaman 3 will look like. So let's go ahead and take a look at his kit here. So he's just a super class 3 keen attack defense 100. I see that as a decent like battlefield leader skill, but outside of that, you're probably not going to use it. His super attack effect, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does immense damage, and raises super class allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. So he's got like a support passive in there. As long as he's attacking in slot 1 or 2, he will raise the attack of the rest of your allies on rotation. And then in his passive, he has key 3 in attack and defense 130, plus an additional attack and defense 30, and chance of performing a crit 3% per time traveler's category ally on the team. The nice thing is like almost every Dragon Ball Heroes unit is a time traveler, so as long as you're bringing a full Heroes team, you're probably going to have that, right? And there's no cap on that. So that would be what, 21% crit? And crit is very important on this unit, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but crit is super important. He gets defense minus 30 within the same turn after receiving an attack. So he actually has a negative in his passive, and he's still busted. We'll put it that way, right? And then he gets attack and defense 10% with each attack received up to 30%. Damage received from normals minus 30%, and counters with tremendous power. So the reason why this guy is crazy, you guys all remember how busted like Physical Vegito Blue and AGL Super Vegito were. For like years they were busted. And it was because they reduced damage on normals and counter. Well, this guy does it, but he's going to have an insane amount of defense, which you're going to see in the showcase. Like the defense this guy has actually like it blows me away how much defense this guy has. And he hits like a truck. Like this guy's like one of the best units in the game, hands down. He's crazy. Because if you guys think of like how much longevity Physical Vegito Blue had, and for like years and years, like, yeah, he's still really good, this guy's going to have that, because he's just like a modern version of Physical Vegito Blue, which is kind of crazy, right? So because he is a counter unit, you want to go as heavy crit as possible, because if those counters don't crit, they don't do nearly as much damage, and you want to capitalize on that counter damage. So put every last ounce of crit into this guy you can. Then I would say go additionals, because you want additionals to proc the additional attack and defense raises here, right? Dodge is actually counterproductive to this unit, because if he dodges, he can't counter, right? Now, obviously, yes, dodging a super in red zone can save you from dying, right? But to me, the purpose of the unit is to put them in front of a bunch of attacks and counter them. So I don't want to counteract what this unit is trying to do. So I'd say additionals and crit are the way to go, but you really want to go heavy, heavy, heavy crit as much as you can possibly do. I did give him a defense equip and then some crit and some attack. Like, yeah, I got him built up. Full level 10 links. Like I said, the only thing this guy is missing is he's just 90% instead of rainbow. And then Great Saiyaman 4. I think a very, very solid free-to-play unit, right? So just a free-to-play 77% leader skill, nothing crazy there. Raises attack and defense, so he infinitely stacks, so that's good to note. Does supreme damage and lowers defense. He gets attack and defense 120 at the start of turn. Super class allies 2 keen attack and defense 30, so a very solid support character. Youth category allies attack plus 30. So youth category allies on the team are going to be getting 60% attack and 30% defense. So that's very good. The problem is like Dragon Ball Heroes isn't like really loaded with youth characters, so that's kind of unfortunate. But on like a youth team, here's the thing. This guy's passive doesn't rely on heroes at all. So like if say you're running him, let's look at his teams. So like Kamehameha, Special Pose, like youth. Like these are all teams where you can actually utilize that youth passive. So I do think the good thing about Great Saiyaman 4 is there are places for him outside of heroes, which is very good, because nothing in his passive here, nothing in here is like locked to being on a heroes team. So for a free-to-play support unit, I do really like this guy for that flexibility, right? He gets an additional defense 30 when attacking, and he has a crit chance plus 10% with each attack performed up to 50. So this is another guy where you really don't have to give him crit. So since he's free to play, I can very easily fix him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to take him down to 5 crit. because that's STR units just get 5 crit, and I'm just going to dump that into dodge. Giving this guy a little bit of dodge I think is just fine. So, but I like to go very heavy additional on these stacking units, because I want them to proc additionals to stack quicker. And then he has a high chance of launching an additional super. So this guy can triple super, and that's going to help him stack up. So I think this rotation is actually legit in long events if you prioritize stacking Great Saiyaman 4, right? So full level 10 links. Let's take a look and see what they can do here. So once again, we're just on a limit breaker team. I'm going to, unfortunately, I can't show off Great Saiyaman 3 very well here, because I'm going to float him where he's taking no attacks, but I want to float him to get him lined up with Great Saiyaman 4 to get them on rotation as quickly as possible. So we'll just run the rotation like this. We'll let Limit Breaker Vegeta probably will just one turn anyways here. But just for, let's just see. So he's at 300k defense, and he's only sharing 2 links. So this is like a super poor like turn. Like this is like his floor. And he's just chilling at 300k defense to start. That's before getting his defense on super, before getting defense after getting hit 3 times. Obviously he loses 30%, so it just kind of counteracts and builds that back up. But let's just see. Let's just see with this guy here. We'll go through the turn, but I think Limit Breaker should probably take out this rotation here. 3.5. He does lose a lot of stats when he's not linked up with that Saiyan Roar. We will put it that way. And he's got to build up a little bit, right? So 3.7, okay. But that'll probably be enough to take out this Vegeta. Yeah, he's on. He's gone. All right. So now let's get to Great Saiyaman 4, and we're going to prioritize stacking with him. And we're going to leave Pan on rotation. We are getting the Patrol link, which is actually a pretty decent link. Actually, middle slot, we're going to get Kamehameha. So let's try him in slot 2. Yeah, there's no way Pan, like, one turns this Vegeta, so I think we're okay here. Now, he's probably going to start off pretty low. Yeah, 130k defense, not that crazy, right? Once again, we're looking at getting those defense stacks right there. And he does get 30% more defense when attacking. So we do have to consider that actually his starter turn defense isn't actually what he's getting. He gets 30% more on super. And actually it just says when attacking. So he doesn't even have to super. He just gets 30% more defense when attacking, which I feel like that's not very common. Most units it says on super, but he just gets it when attacking, which is pretty cool. So Pan here is dodging out like a boss. Her defense is looking really good after even dodging probably just a couple times. She's looking really good here. Gotta love that Whis mechanic with Pan. Alright. And then, yeah, just dodging out. Alright, so what do we got here? Yeah, 1.8. So this is a unit that doesn't look super impressive at first, but at least he's a support unit. But we want him to like be triple supering. So here's a double. Do we got a triple? Triple. So we got a triple super right off the bat to start to get those stacks in, right? So that's really good there. So we'll see. So here's the cool thing with Great Saiyaman 4 is he's a unit that you're probably floating, right? In most instances. At least as a floater, you know, you'd argue, yeah, he doesn't get on rotational off the stack. But if you can get him to triple super in slot 3, that's definitely going to help. But I think if you're running him with Great Saiyaman 3, like that definitely can work out with them as a rotation in the right content, right? So this rotation is just kind of like bleh. We'll just let Vegeta do his thing here and finish out. We'll let Cooler just do his thing and be a boss. Until we can get that Goku to come around, this rotation will be pretty bad, but that's fine. Okay. Alright, and then that Vegeta's out of here. So now, we're going to get to hopefully a better turn here with both of these guys on rotation together. I kind of want to put Great Saiyaman 3 in slot 1 just to get the counter right away. I mean, there's only one attack in slot 2, sure, let's do this. But now that we're linked up, 454k defense, and he's getting more defense on super, and he still has that 30% attack and defense to build up, right? So the way it works is that 30% attack and defense, he just builds that up once. Like, he just gets the 3 hits and he has it for the rest of the fight. His defense minus 30 resets every turn. So, like, as soon as he gets hit, he'll take that defense minus 30. But his defense gets high enough, like, once we see him built out, that I think that he's going to be fine, especially with damage reduction against normals. Like, I don't think he's ever taking damage on normals. Like, he's going to be fine. So let's see what we got here. So he's going to get hit here. But he's at 454k defense. He did take a defense down there, which is unfortunate, but 6.8 mil. And it's going to get higher because he's got to get hit 2 more times. Okay, good, good, good. He didn't go too crazy. And then now that we're linked up proper, he shoots up to 2.7. Give me the double additional at 2.6. Or not, like 2.8, my bad. So yeah, the one good thing about Saiyaman 3 is since he doesn't hit that hard, you can get a lot of attacks in and stack them a lot, right? But Great Saiyaman 3 is going to be putting up some work. So next turn I'm going to be really interested to see. We'll leave Goku in slot 1. Goku and Vegeta here should be looking a lot better now that they're linked together, right? And this Goku's got to get hit 7 times to build up his passive. This Goku, by the way, built up is actually really crazy. Now, we'll have to remember with Great Saiyaman 3, his defense will not look that great because he got defense down on the last turn. So, I'm just going to put him in the spot to get hit twice. Hopefully, a spot is hitting twice. And then we can see him built up on the next turn and hopefully without that defense down. Because I think he's going to be looking really, really good, right? Okay, so here goes Vegeta. Coolers. Unfortunately, we're going to get kind of like a Vegeta at fairly low health, which is kind of unfortunate. Because I think it means Saiyaman 4. Unless Cooler can go crazy and finish him off, which would be really nice. Nope. Okay. Alright. Oh, geez. Cooler, chill. I mean, he got a bunch of normals, but still, dude. How many attacks? Yeah. Alright, so Saiyaman 4 is going to miss some stacks here. But, dude, 330k now for Saiyaman 4. Not bad at all. Now, Saiyaman 3 at 300k, that's with the defense down from the last turn, right? So, let's just let him take his 2 hits here. I don't think 1 crit's going to kill here, so let's see. Yep. Take that. I mean, he's doing... Oh, wow, almost did. All right, good. He's taken both of the attacks, so now he's got that 30% built up. But this dude's triggering, like, over 1 mil crits. So, he has a pretty high damage ceiling, depending on how many times the enemy is attacking, right? I think, like, dude, on this turn here with that Vegeta attacking 500 times, like, for real, Saiyaman 3, I hope we get a turn like that, where we're just seeing, like, 1,000,000 attacks against, like, slot 1 or something, where I can just let Saiyaman 3 just go crazy. But I'm very, very impressed so far, and we haven't even seen him at his peak yet, right? Okay. Then, yeah, now Vegeta's cooking at 8.5 mil. Looking pretty good here. But I do think this Saiyaman 3 and 4 rotation is realistic. I've said it before, but it's got to be in a longer event where Saiyaman 4 can stack. Most red zones probably not, unless you like put a bunch of dodge on them and get really lucky, right? But, I mean, for the links, this is working out pretty nice. Okay, so I am going to risk Saiyaman 4 missing another stack here, but look at all the attacks in slot 1. We got to let Saiyaman 3 go to town, and look at that. 600k defense. This is what the man looks like. So, 600k defense with 30% damage reduction on normals, like, he's not taking anything from normals. Even when we lose the 30% defense, that's not, like, super crippling. Like, he's still got very high defense. So, and he's going to get more defense on super. So, Saiyaman 3 looking ridiculous here. Alright, let's see. And his attack stat's going to be crazy here as well. Let's see what happens. I want to see some crazy counter damage here. So he got defense down there, but look, a mil crit. Now see, if he's critting on these, or a mil counter. There's the counter. So dude, 2 mil counter crits. So every crit counter is 2 mil. And then he's hitting about 900k when they don't crit. And then, by the way, I'll just toss out an 8 mil attack stat on my own attack. And an additional at 8.7. And he defense stacked on those. So like, even on a super now, he's not taking anything. 2.3 mil after the double super. Oh my gosh, he dodged it. 2.3. A 4 mil crit. And then Saiyaman 4 up to 3 mil now, which is fine for like what he is. And then there's another 3 mil. Give me a triple super here, please. Okay, double super because he did too much damage. Dude, 4 mil crits? Are you kidding me? Like, this is the hardest hitting crit unit in the game. And he's a fairly easy to obtain unit if you win it on his banner. That's crazy, dude. I have no words. That's crazy. We're going all the way through because we're on Evolution Blue Vegeta right now. I think this rotation's fine, even against the Final Flash. I think so. I think we're defensive enough. Supreme Kai of Time has type advantage. So I'm okay here not using an item. And then we want to see Saiyaman 3. I mean, hopefully Vegeta and Goku don't go too crazy here. They might. They might go too crazy here. Look at us just melting away Evolution Blue Vegeta. I just want to see Saiyaman 3 just take him out. This would have been great if we had him at full health, but Goku and Vegeta are putting in work here. Alright. Now they finally decided to chill. Goku's going to tank this pretty well, I think. Because he just got a defense stack on that hit. And he's fully stacked up. Yeah, he just got his 7th hit to get fully stacked up. So he tanked that really well. And then Supreme Clive Time at 2.4. We'll take it. Alright, so Vegeta's got 4 bars left. So let's just see where he's attacking the most. I feel bad for Saiyaman 3 because we kind of let Saiyaman 4 because we let 3 kind of steal the show here. Oh, look at all those attacks in slot 2. The problem here... Alright, I think I am. I'm going to put Saiyaman 4 here in slot 1. About 400k defense. We do need an item though. We're going to Princess Snake. I think we're okay because that's 30% damage reduction. Let's do this. Because Saiyaman 3 is going to get a lot of crit chances in slot 2. Look at all that. This Vegeta ain't surviving. I think it's over here. The Dokkan attack, I'm actually going to go light on this. I'm not going to tap the buttons. Because I actually don't want to do too much damage here. I want to see our units counter a little bit here. Alright, so about a 3 mil attack stat. And keep in mind, we missed like 2 turns of even like letting this guy stack up. And with the built-in additionals, like it does help. Okay. Alright, so 8 mil. So here's the thing. He's getting all this defense from attacking first. Now he took a defense down. But 1.7 mil crit. Yeah, Vegeta's gone. So anyways, guys, there you go. Great Saiyaman 3 is absolutely insane. Great Saiyaman 4, I think, is a very competent stacking support unit for a free-to-play unit. Very happy with both these units. So anyways, let me know what you guys all think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.